very, very powerful images on your television screens right now. One side, you have Prime Minister Narendra Modi taking a holy dip at the Triveni Sangam. On the other side, you see Delhi's former Chief Minister and the Aam Aadmi Party convener, Arvind Kejriwal. He's going to cast his ballot, taking his mother and father with him, taking his children with him. He's pushing his mother's wheelchair, his son pushing the father's wheelchair, wife accompanying him. A very, very strong, significant statement being made by Delhi's former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Party convener, taking his parents and family as he goes to cast his ballot or their ballot in a very, very crucial election in New Delhi. It's a tri-cornered contest there with the BJP and the Congress party. It's being seen as a very tough fight with this tri-cornered contest, but Arvind Kejriwal is seen as someone who's fighting with his back to the wall in a very crucial election, but he continues to do so as we look at these images of his entire family going out to vote. 70 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party in the past two elections has, 3 elections in fact, has done spectacularly well. 67 and then 62. But what will the situation be on the 8th of February is that big question as Arvind Kejriwal's and his family, they go to vote. So that's one image on your television screen. The other image is Prime Minister Narendra Modi praying at the Triveni Sangam. He will be meeting the saints and seers in a while from now. So 13 Akhadas, there are 7 Shaiv Akhadas, there are 3 Bairagi or Vaishnav Akhadas, then there are the Udasin Akhadas and the Nirmal Akhada. This also, Dr. Arun Krishnan, if I could bring you in once again, shows not just the strength of the Sanatan Dharma together, but also Hindus and Sikhs. They pray together, worship together, and bathe or take a holy dip in Ma Ganga together. It shows the bond between Hindus and Sikhs that several have tried to break now for over a century.
I don't think Hindus ever have considered Sikhs as different from them, right? We've had this long tradition of Hindu families, making their first sons as Sikhs. So I don't think Hindus particularly have any issue going into a Gurudwara and praying there. We consider the gurus as our own gurus. So I don't see. I'm frankly not surprised that this is happening because it is a celebration of Sanatan Dharma. And Sanatan Dharma is broad enough that it encompasses pretty much everybody. And as I was saying, right, if you have been black-pilled into becoming dejected, that Sanatan is on the wane, then you must visit the Kumbh because you will find people of all ages and particularly be amazed by the number of young who have turned up for a once in several generations opportunity. And if you want to be white-pilled about why Bharat remains an enduring entity, then visit the Kumbh. Again, you will see people from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Kamakhya to Kutch, all reverently bowing their heads and dipping into the forgiving waters of the Sangam of Ma Ganga, Ma Yamuna, Ma Saraswati.
You're absolutely right. And I've been privileged to see this. I've seen people from Jammu and Kashmir and I've seen people from Tamil Nadu and Kerala. I've seen people from Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. And I've seen people from Gujarat and in large numbers taking a dip at the Sangam and all along the Ghats when I was there before the Mauni Amavasya Snan till after the Basant Panchami Snan. You're absolutely right. This is the melting pot of the Sanatan Dharma. But Shiv Kumar GVG, on the Prime Minister's interaction with the saints and seers on the Acharya Mahamandaleshwars, will this be a one-way message? Okay, and as we look at these images after his holy dip, the Prime Minister is now coming out. He's changed his clothes after that dip in the Sangam. There are many changing rooms on the floating jetty that's been formed that's been set up at the Triveni Sangam. And these are multiple floating jetties all across the Sangam area. Many changing rooms there. Now the Prime Minister is back at the Arail Ghat where you see his vehicle. And from here, he'll be going to interact with the saints and seers. I want to bring in Samarth Srivastav into this conversation. Samarth, the saints and seers, they've stayed back to interact with the Prime Minister. Some of them were expected to leave on the 4th, but they've decided they'll all stay back till the 7th because meeting the Prime Minister is extremely interesting. Do we have details of who are the saints, seers, the Acharya Mahamandaleshwars, the Mandaleshwars who are meeting him? Okay, perhaps there are jammers in that place and it will take us a moment to re-establish that connection with Samarth Srivastav. So at the Arail Ghat, again, you have a large number of pilgrims and devotees who were taking a dip. The Prime Minister reached out, waved to them, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath with him, and now the Prime Minister goes for his meeting with the saints and seers. When he was there in December 2024, the Prime Minister had spoken of various projects worth 5,000 crore rupees, 167 projects that the Prime Minister had then dedicated to the nation. Samarth Srivastav now joins me for more on this. And Samarth, after a dip in the Ganga, the Prime Minister then interacts with the saints and seers, and the messaging becomes extremely crucial because this interaction, there are lakhs and lakhs of devotees linked to every akhada. 13 registered akhadas with the Akhada Parishad, but there are multiple other akhadas that may not be registered but have a huge following. The Nath Akhada, the Valmiki Akhada, the Kinnar Akhada, the Pari Akhada. The Prime Minister's interaction will be extremely interesting.